Hello, Aries. Welcome, my fireball babies, to your reading with me, Cindy. So, my dear Aries, my friends, we're going to see what the hell your deal is, man. We're going to see really, more accurately, the mask that you wear. Why? How that affects your relationships with people. And then we're going to give you some advice, and all good stuff. Look at this. My mom gave me this at Christmas. Isn't it cool? I love how it's got like the little handle and everything. And this is like a natural cedar incense. So that's what we got going on right now. All right, Aries, let's get started. So what I'm going to do with this reading is a little different. If you've been around my channel for a bit, you'll know that I like to clarify a lot with my teeny tiny decks. I'm not really doing that in this reading. I'm building it up in layers, like asking these questions about the mask that you wear. So I'm going to start with my Tarot of Positive Clarity, and then my Energy Oracle deck, and then the Karma card deck. It always happens. It's like... Anyways, so we got a lot of cleansing going on. Look at this. You're really getting cleansed in this reading. The smoke is really beautiful from that incense, actually. It almost like moves in slow motion. It's kind of mesmerizing. All right, Aries, my friends, we're going to get started. It is a general reading. Because it's general, it may or may not resonate. When something doesn't resonate, the first indicator is that you're confused about the reading and it doesn't make sense to you. That means it doesn't resonate. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is extended. The link to that is at the top of the description. I am struggling a bit too. I had these metal bars in my mouth. Adjusted, when are we now? I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. I don't know, a few days ago. So I am struggling a bit. I apologize if my speech is not perfect. All right, Aries, let's get started. The mask you wear. So who you really are, the mask you're hiding behind. Why do you hide it yourself? It's funny. I'm doing this reading and I'm thinking, out of all the signs, Aries is one of the signs that will tell you straight up, you know what? This is what's going on. Deal with it or don't. Kind of, yeah. It's pretty interesting. Let's see. We might get to something deeper that nobody knows about. Or to just say, yeah, you're pretty much what you see is what you get. So this one will be interesting. Who you really are. Oh, wow. You're the Two of Cups. You're like everybody's dream. You actually, you know what? Okay, so what I'm getting with this though is that whatever you get, they'll get back. So that's who you really are. I like it. Let's say that's so genuine. So Aries, pretty much like whatever people give to you, that's exactly what they can expect to get back. Touche. Very good. Good for you. All right. The mask that you're hiding behind, the Nine of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. You may not be in your head as much as people think you are. See how this is interesting? This is cool. So, you will give people exactly what they give to you. So if they give you a hard time, they can expect to receive a goddamn hard time. If they give you an open heart and open answers, and they can expect to receive the same from you. But people see, or at least you're perceived. It's kind of like, so the mask that you're hiding behind, are we consciously aware of these masks? I don't know, but it's at least a perception. So you maybe you don't give anything out right away. Like maybe you kind of, with this energy, you hold back and you see how it plays out. And then you decide, all right, this person's going to get a piece of me. What piece that is, I don't know. But the Nine of Swords. So people think that you've got a lot of mental anxiety going on. Maybe people think it's hard to be Aries. I don't think so. I think you kind of think about it and you're like, all right, whatever. I gotta go do the next thing. Why you hide your true self? The Four of Pentacles. All right, like maybe you're hiding. Maybe you're saving your money. Maybe you're working on something and like some sort of a project. You've got to keep things close to you you've been through. Oh, this is interesting too, because the Four of Pentacles, like kind of the meaning behind this card. There's a reason that this is going on. Like somebody could be kind of like, you know, trying to keep their money tight, trying to save as much as they can. And there's two reasons why that can come up with this card. The first one is you've already been through something and you've experienced some sort of financial constraint. Money has been tight. So you know, been there, done that. I'm not going to find myself in that position again. So that can trigger this. Or there's some kind of indicators going on around you where you feel like you might be moving into a cycle where money might be tight or resources might be a little bit tight. So you react to what you're perceiving as, you know, oh, I think this could go this way, right? So there's a reason behind the Four of Pentacles. You're kind of hanging on, whether it's legit for right now or not. I mean, who's to say? So, the Four of Pentacles is not sharing an awful lot of yourself. It's also like an indicator of being kind of like closed off a bit. You know, the typical four in the Rider-Waite deck, I think he's got a coin on his head. He's got four. Is he holding it to, so he's like, he's keeping it all tight, like, right? His arms are like this. So you're not sharing much of yourself right now because perhaps you're focused on something physical in your life that you feel you need to stabilize. And it looks like you're really like mentally thinking about stuff. Maybe people kind of think, you know what? Yeah, Aries, the Aries I know is like a Two of Cups. If I'm engaging with them, I will get the same engagement back or back and forth. Maybe this is not, it's not showing up as, this is not even showing up as anything similar to it. You know, I mean, we could have, as something similar could have been like the Lovers or even the Six of Pentacles. But it's the Nine of Swords. So people are thinking that you are not perhaps acting the way you typically do. So think, oh, there must be something going on up there. How this affects your relationships. Oh, the Strength card. Oh, Pisces had this card exactly in this spot. That was a fascinating reading. Oh. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to see how this develops because that was an incredibly deep reading about going on with a mental belief system. Now, if people are seeing you as this, maybe it gets them into their heads too, thinking about stuff. That we just don't even look at the artwork and say the Strength card. All right, you know what? It strengthens your relationships. Maybe it strengthens the position you have in your relationships. Interesting. Advice for you. The Page of Pentacles. Oh, it reminds me of like why you're hiding your true self. This Page of Pentacles, look at him. I need a loaf of bread, sir. Please, sir, just a loaf. I'm so hungry. I have no shoes. My clothes are patched. Well, okay, the Page of Pentacles without the artwork, for advice to you, is keep planning. Keep planning. Keep like kind of learning as you go here and applying that in a very step-by-step manner. But it's also, because it's kind of leading you into the Knight of Pentacles where you will start taking action thoughtfully, methodically, moving forward. So this is kind of like formulating a plan, learning as you go. It's a little bit beginner's mind with the Page of Pentacles, very youthful, very young. But he's trying to slip a loaf of bread into his shirt. So on some level, if you are in the process of, you know, like maybe you're not going out as much with people or doing as much as you used to do with people, you're holding tight. Because I feel like, yeah, maybe you're saving your money. So this is almost like encouraging you to kind of keep doing that. Slip that loaf of bread in where you can. Outcome if you follow the advice. Oh, the Star. That's nice. That's good. That's good energy. That's actually finding ways to reach your dreams. But you can reach them because you know, of being really holistically balanced, being healed if you've been working through any trauma in your life or dramatic changes or upsets. Like, yeah, so it's good. The reading's pretty good. It's curious though. I want to keep, what is this? The Devil and the Fool. Wow. Oh, interesting. So I'm looking at, that's your underline. Two major arcanas. So there's something here that you're working through. Something that you're kind of meant to be working through in this point in time in your life. And it has something to do with maybe feeling trapped, or maybe things that take away your independence, bad habits that you could have, and freeing yourself from that and being able to, now this Fool card though, oh, it's not coming in like that. Yeah, this Fool card came in a really unique way for Aquarius, not coming in like that at all for you. This is just having a new beginning, like having a new beginning and taking the steps forward to do that, leaving this, some sort of toxic energy or situation behind you. Now, what I got when I looked at this, as we're talking about, you know, these pentacles and, you know, another loaf of bread, sir, please, is I pictured literally this jar sort of flipped without this so that it would be balanced. And it full of water. Full of water. I don't know where the pebbles come from. Oh, you know, yeah, full of water. And like your head is just, you're like a bird. I don't know why you're a bird. I'm just visualizing a crow or a raven or something in this big container of water, and just like your bill is just above it so you can breathe. And then it seems like, you know, things could probably not get worse. And then all of a sudden, every once in a while, these stones drop. I'm like, oh shit. So, you know, and they splash water at your face. Sometimes they hit you in the head. And it doesn't seem good. Like, it just, I don't know, like it's just getting this devil, this whole story came into my head with that. But after a while, you start to realize that these pebbles, these things that kind of like almost make it seem like your situation is worse, you realize that you're able to start standing on the pebbles and getting your head a little bit more above the water. So the more of these things that happen, that, because, and too, like, right, like this is almost like an immediate freedom after the devil. So I almost like stepping onto these stones, and because, you know, the stones aren't locked in like really, really tight, water still sits between them. So it's not like the water rises as much as you are able to rise. And then you get out of this. So, and I'm just getting that too with this Four of Pentacles. So let's see. I mean, there's a lot to add to the layers of this. The Energy Oracle deck. Let's look at who you really are. I think too, that's sometimes why there's a few signs in the zodiac that get, I want to say, sometimes misrepresented or given a really hard time. I see often in so many different things where people will criticize Aries. Aries is harsh, or Aries is this, and Aries is that. But you know what? It's interesting that you got the Two of Cups for who you really are. So if, you know, people are manipulating you, you might just, you may not even like manipulate back, you may, or you may just call it out. And people don't like being called out. Like, why can't you be more subtle? Or why can't you, I don't know, what am I looking for? Why can't you follow social norms? Well, who decided what's the social norm anyways? This is a stupid social norm, honestly. All right, so who you really are. The mask you're hiding behind, let's see. One more. Oh, wow. Man, you're nice. You're nice, Aries. Gosh. Yeah. If you are given the right building blocks, you really can create a very happy family. You're great. anyways. So, yeah. I feel like too, though, okay, who you are, perhaps you are also in some sort of a stage or a point right now where you are specifically, I'm only looking for relationships that are reciprocal, that are equal, and that I can build on. It may be, and family can be many different ways. It can be like a friendship group. It can be a collaborative group or a work group, or many different ways that can come through. But yeah, I mean, that's who you are. And one of the things that I mentioned in some of the other signs when I was doing this reading is, you know, I'm reading you right now. So it's not necessarily like who you are in this entire lifetime, whether this kind of comes out as you see it positive or negative. It's kind of like the energy that I'm reading right now. So that's who you are. I feel like on some level as well, you're looking for celebration. You're looking for things that feel comfortable and pleasant in relationship. So the mask that you're hiding behind, the Nine of Swords. Well, that's interesting. Now, okay, this mask looks like you are in some sort of conundrum about who you really truly are with the Sun. Like the Sun, this is your clarity, but this clarity is based on having a really good understanding about the self, yourself. But I don't know. I think you know. At least right now, I think you kind of know who you are and what feels good, what feels equal, what doesn't. Interesting. The mask you're hiding behind, the Nine of Swords and the Sun. Yeah, I don't think everybody, I actually think that you are, I don't know if it's an intentional cloak. Maybe it is, because you're only looking for one thing, and maybe you don't want to deal with anything that isn't. This is almost like, well, actually it's a 4, so it could kind of be like the 4 of Wands in terms of a celebration together, which, though the 4 of Wands is Venus and Aries, which is the longest trip around that it takes for Venus to get to. So it's a long way coming. So it's something that you may have to actually wait for a long time for this wonderful celebration to happen. I also get sort of like the 10 of Cups here, because we have all these people and it just feels like an emotional achievement. So maybe you could be dealing with people that you've kind of decided, you know what, this isn't equal. And to them, it might look like that you're all in your head about really understanding who you are. I think if they asked you, you'd probably tell them what they could go stick their... Like, I know who I am. You just calm down with yourself. Okay, why you hide your true self? Oh, gosh. Look at this. The 4 of Pentacles and anxiety. So, I think people... Like, this is anxiety. But this is anxiety about the self, who you are. But the truth is... See, I'm sorry if you didn't want cross-watchers to know. The truth is, you have more anxiety about, I want to say, your physical stability. It's like, you know who you are. I don't know. But you have more of an anxiety about your physical stability. Maybe this is reflective. Well, it can be reflective in terms of the people that you let into your life, too. Because they're physical people. They're going to affect your physical stability. So how this affects your relationships? The thinking man, oh yeah, you have people in their head like nobody's business. That's exactly what this is. If you're curious about the effect you could have on people's minds, go watch Pisces. Maybe you're dealing with a Pisces. The thinking man, like this person is really trying to think. People are really trying to figure you out, and I don't think they can. But this seems so simple though. So maybe you're dealing with people that really don't really understand healthy reciprocity. Shit. Well, I can understand why you're staying in the house and saving your money. Deal with those people. Interesting. Advice for you. Angel of Balance. Okay, so there's something, we're going to get, like, there's going to be more to this with the karma cards. So you have the Page of Pentacles and the Angel of Balance. So this is perhaps coming to some sort of a balance here, because it does feel like you might be withdrawn. I mean, you're like, why you're looking after your physical environment. You're looking after your physical stability. You're not sharing a lot of yourself right now. So there might be, well, I'm not gonna speculate, because this is advice, so I don't want to get it wrong. But there is a need for some sort of balance here, because this is coming up. This is the Pentacle, right? Advice for you. So yeah, keep with the Pentacle, but I feel like we're gonna get something else here with the other card in terms of having some sort of balance. Okay. The outcome, if you follow the advice, which I feel like we still need to develop, is a Star card, all tied up. Huh. That's kind of funny. I don't know if that's like a kinky all tied up or all tied up. That feels like the Eight of Swords. Almost as if, okay, there's something, right, that you need to balance here. Maybe it's the perception that people have of you, the understanding that some people have of you, because I feel like you're very misunderstood. So this almost feels like the outcome right now, before we finish pulling cards, is that of completing a healing process in a state where you don't really have a lot of options of what to go to right now with the all tied up. You might find that your energy is being kind of intentionally by the universe focused over here and over here, as opposed to over there, which might be where you want to go eventually, like in some sort of new direction or something for yourself. But I feel like this happens because there's some sort of balance that's meant to come in for you. The bottom is the Gardener in the Gate in the first chakra, financial constraints, community, angel of strength, door to, yeah, Jesus, Murphy, you got so much at the bottom. I'm going to take it to, you know what? I feel like because you have the Two of Cups, who you really are, the Two of Cups and happy family, I feel like I need to take all of these underline. Because we have like energies of love at the bottom here. And this is love, like whether you want to, I mean, it doesn't have to be romantic love, but it is, this to me just, well, the two are kissing. So there is love here. Like there is the, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Love is so many different things. So, or shows up in so many different ways. Okay, you have the Garden in the Gate as your underline, the first chakra, then you have financial constraints, which is curious because why you hide your true self, Four Pentacles. Then you have community, and then you have the Angel of Strength. Then you have the Door to Romance and Woman Holding a Heart. Okay, I feel like the underline here is preparing to go somewhere, on a new adventure, in a new direction in life. You actually have the key to this gate. So you're the one that will be allowing yourself to move forward. However, you're not moving forward. Like this is almost being, I want to say a little bit like Aries stubborn, like grounded in here, really grounded with this first chakra, financial constraints. You can't, I don't know. There might be something that's constraining you financially. You have to save your money. You're waiting for a payout, whatever it could be. You're waiting for a raise. And then this is curious because this almost feels like maybe why you're not out and about that much. And then this part though, then we have community. So now this is almost like an energy of like trying to connect with you, the Angel of Strength. It feels like this community, whatever it is to you, has some level of which strengthen you. It has, perhaps it could have strong relationships within it. Yeah, because then you have Door to Romance and Woman Holding a Heart. So that's a really interesting underline, but I think, let me keep it in the right order. I don't think you're moving towards community or adventure. You're being pretty persistent, stubborn. Because something that you're doing for you. All right, let's see. The Karma cards. We really are the masculine. Look at that thing really going it. That's pretty good. It is pretty smoke. And it looks kind of like an Aladdin or a genie's. I love that. Easily distracted, sorry. All right, who you really are. In the 11th house, for humanity's sakes, your hopes and wishes, do it for the future. Wow. Now, that's interesting. That last part, do it for the future. It's a very Aquarian kind of energy. This, it kind of feels like this even. Like you're maybe planning for your future. You know, what the Four of Pentacles can really symbolize. So maybe you're planning, maybe you're focused on, like even if you're in a really good relationship right now with someone, like you have a family, you have a partner, perhaps you seem like overly focused on work or making money or something of that nature. And people are thinking, why? What is it? Why are they so like confused about what the real dream is here? But I almost feel like you're looking into the future, like you're planning for the future. Your hopes and your wishes for the future. In the 11th house, friends, groups and organization, ambitions and wishes, long-term dreams and visions, harmony, working together, right? But that's all very Two of Cups. The 11th house. Oh, okay. So the mask that you're hiding behind. In the 6th house, as a full-time job serving, do it a little at a time. Now here we have that Mercury and Virgo energy with the 6th house, service to others, day-to-day routines. This might be, again, I'm coming up again with the feeling that maybe you're focusing more on your money or building some sort of wealth or creating some sort of physical stability for yourself for like with a future intention here. And maybe it seems like, so I just feel like some people are feeling like, are you taking on too much? Are you focusing on that too much? Are you anxious about the future? I don't know, you might be. I mean, everything is going to be on a level here. You are anxious about your pentacles. So why? Why do you hide your true self? Pluto, resurrect, get to the heart of do or die you must. Wow. This feels like to you, it's very important in terms of having a brand new beginning. Well, what was this underlying? Going from the devil to the fool. Like having the freedom of movement here, having a new beginning with no block in the way. Resurrecting something for yourself. Maybe it is a dream. Resurrecting a dream that you had. Do it above all else with this do or die. And it also feels as if like going through a lot of really deep stuff. Experiencing a lot of deep feelings, emotions based around all of this. Something very important to you that I don't see you backing down from. How this affects your relationships. In Gemini, what you want to be known, what is believed about, use the quickest way in. Now, this is interesting because I feel like not everybody really can understand you. Well, that's their problem. problem, right, Aries? Well, that's not my problem. Yeah, what you want to be known. So maybe you do hide. Like you're not giving all of the information here. Maybe you're building something up, like in terms of thinking of your future here, what you really would like to be known. Just kind of like legacy. Like, well, what legacy do I want to leave in this lifetime? But I really think there's a question here, like, what is believed about you? Now, use the quickest way here. I don't see this as a quick way, what I'm seeing right here with this Four of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. It doesn't feel like this is this is going to get done in a couple of days. So maybe, although Aries can typically be, all right, I've got this idea, I want to implement it, let's go right now and do it. I didn't get accomplished in 2 weeks. Okay, I got to go do something else. So not that Aries is always going to do that. But there can be that sense, right, of impulsive. And I don't know, I feel like you're acting in a way that's different from how you would typically act, or people that know you or think they know you. You definitely have them in their head about it. Advice for you. So this is what I'm really interested in. The South Node. There will not be anxiety about trouble. Oh, I love that. That comes out. Oh, and you got it. This is one of the few cards that I think has an upright and a reverse in this deck, because all of these cards, like they're all, but with this South Node, you'll see the dragon. He's upside down. So this way, that card to me is upright. So when that happens too, I feel like it's also about getting this card in this position. There's a sense of not focusing or not, harboring too much on the past. I love that. There will not be anxiety about trouble. So troubles from your past with the South Node. Someone else had this in the same spot this week. And I think it was in the same, I can't even remember who it was, but it was in exactly the same spot. I believe it was. And it was in the same position. It looked like it was in reverse. So the balance, this is almost, okay, now this Angel of Balance card for me is coming out like Temperance. This is Temperance energy, is the advice for you. So energy from the past needs to dissipate. It needs to be closed off properly. It needs to be settled properly. And then, like, and don't be anxious. Don't be too anxious about it. Things will work out is kind of the advice that you're being given here. Just have some balance in that. So maybe this is, like maybe you don't need to be showing up quite so intense about whatever it is that you're creating. So it feels like, to me, this Four of Pentacles is not based so much for you on seeing signs and indications that I need to start saving my money because I think I might get fired or laid off. It might be. But it seems more like having gone through something, and that's triggering you to say, that's not going to happen again. I'm going to have enough, or I'm going to have a stable environment for myself. So just relax a little bit on that. I do feel like on some level too, because you have an angel showing up here. So this angel is helping you. Whenever that angel comes through in these decks, the angel is guiding you. It is providing this element for you of balance as you move into. If you're being told to start moving away from the South Node, that means going into your future, going into a majorly new course in life, in this lifetime. Outcome if you follow the advice. In the second house, patiently, what you want, get what you need. All tied up. Your possessions, your income, your values, your self-esteem, money, what you own, acquire, how you feel and handle money. And what is that? Movable resources. Oh, so they could be like a car. It's a resource that can be moved around, furniture. Sorry, I have my little cheat sheet because I'm trying to memorize more and more about the house placements. All right, so outcome if you follow the advice. You have to be patient. You're going to have to be patient. If you've already been patient, continue to be patient. You do, like I said, this angel of balance feels like temperance for advice for you. Healing, like the outcome really will be very, very good for you. But there is some sense of waiting. I don't know what waiting could be. Maybe it could be a day, days, weeks, months. I want to say probably weeks to months. I think when I read energy in the future, it's more kind of like that as opposed to years. And I think it's more accurate that way because so much can change energetically between now and a few years from now. So yeah, there is a sense that be patient. You'll get exactly what you need right now. Whatever it is that you want, that you have to, there is a bit of waiting here. What was that? Oh, Aries at the bottom. Your willpower, what you think you know about. Do it your own way. And oh, I would say you are, but I think you're doing something in your own way that's perhaps unique to how typically you would do things. And I don't know why that is. So there could be something going on planetarily with Aries or Mars. But yeah, just continue to utilize your willpower the way you see it. Why would you want to change very much? I just want to say, you are the Two of Cups and happy family. Like you have the good, you are sort of like a really awesome ingredient in a recipe of fulfillment and happiness and reciprocity. So yeah, if this is resonating, I don't think you really need to change much. You just need to be patient about something. So that's all. You just be patient, Aries. That's it. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I use an oracle and a tarot deck, and I ask 3 specific questions. I ask how to improve your relationships, what your deeper self would tell you about the mask that you wear, and how to release your true potential. So that's what I look at in the extended. Thank you very much, Fireball babies. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.